tip: put an ice cube in a little bowl of water. And playing with the ice cube, Furball and Fuzzball will then get a little more water than they might otherwise. And this is the soundtrack to my life these days. The big cat lays there and twitches her tail in anger, which makes the little cat want to come play with her tail. And because I started filming, he's stopped trying. But for stretches at a time, he'll come for her tail, she'll growl and hiss, he'll swat, she'll swat. She never breaks down and nails him like I'd like to teach him a lesson. I don't know if she's either not socialized enough or she's too nice or what's going on. But she really just needs to backhand him into next week. And here we go with round 57 of this game. Hey folks, happy Friday. Hope you're having a good day. Randomness going on around here, just doing the self-employed thing, which means I'm not wearing a suit and not going to court at the moment. Working on some things for clients, but at my own pace. One of the things I'm doing for non-clients, other than she does pay me, is for my wife. I'm working on our shopping list and our planning for next week. An attempt to be more frugal and impose the austerity budget that's needed when you're starting a new business. Eating in a lot more, making our own meals, paying attention to prices. Part of the problem, though, is last time I regularly cooked was during the Bachelor days, and not the TV show, which I loathe with a passion, but with the No Woman Loves Me and I'll Be Alone Forever days. So I got a lot of Bachelor cookbooks that people gave me over the years because my family was pretty sure that nobody was ever going to love me and I'd be alone forever. Problem I'm seeing is they're not really good for cooking purposes. For instance, there's this Oriental beef kebabs, which looks like a good recipe until you come over to the page and it says how to make it. Buy 4 beef kebabs. I got nothing. Continuing the kitchen theme, and with another head bob. Apparently that head fake is the move that every defensive back needs to know once I start a video. Wanted to touch a little bit on another kitchen theme, which is not the world's largest collection of Fun Dip that sits in our candy stash, but an idea for something that I wanted to point out that I found incredibly useful, and it is probably so logical you're all going to go, duh. But here's the thing. A while back for my former office, I bought this electric kettle. It is the greatest thing ever for making a cup of tea. Now, anyone who's watching in England especially, UK, Europe, you're really going, duh, because they're very common. Less so. Things like the Keurig and the Hot Shot and the stuff that's been on the counter for 6 months that I've not put away, those are more common here. Get that electric kettle. It's great for making any amount of hot water. It's great for your dorm room recipes. Better than having a hot pot that you are mixing your mac and cheese in and making your ramen in and cooking your SpaghettiOs in, and then everything has that orange tint to it. Get that kettle, a glass bowl for doing the mixing and doing the making. The other thing I wanted to mention is I drink a lot of tea. Like a lot of tea. And a little while back at the store, and I dribbled on the front of it so it looks really disgusting. I really prepared well for this video. Saw this for $7 at Sam's Club. I throw a couple of tea bags in it, pour boiling water from the kettle in, and then I've got 4 or 5 cups of tea. Keeps me going throughout the day, stays very warm throughout the day, and if you're really lazy and you don't clean up often like me, then by the end of the evening you've got some iced tea in there as well. Perfect. Shooting that last little bit, I was pretty embarrassed about the messiness of the counters behind me. And as I do this, I keep turning so you can see the messiness of the rest of the house behind me. So I started cleaning up that counter that had the hot shot and the Keurig and everything on it. And I found it was kind of strange. Neither the wife or I drinks alcohol. Well, she does on very rare occasions. I don't at all. No real exciting vlog post about why, just a personal choice. And then I started dusting off the wine rack and going through there and found some strangeness. I mean, we have different bottles of wine from different weddings. These were the table favors at our wedding, champagne. I think I saw the band carry out about 15 per person. I believe that's champagne from another wedding. This is champagne that was given to us by a co-worker of mine for New Year's, and she died in 2006, so I'm not sure how long I've had that. The other one's one we got for our honeymoon. The resort left it in our room. We didn't drink it, but we're really cheap people, so we weren't going to waste a full bottle, so we carried it back from North Carolina just because. But the strange part about people that don't drink is that anything that looks like a bottle of wine ends up over here. So we have juice from a winery down the road. We have olive oil from a place that makes seasonings and flavorings down the road. Oh, and Anchor Bar sauce, of course, because what else would you have in your wine rack other than tourist tchotchke sauces that you don't use at home? And maple syrup that my sister made at her work, of course. Why wouldn't that be in the wine rack? Not really sure why this is all on my kitchen tour to you, other than saying we're not just slobs, we're pack rats, and that makes us slobs. Embarrassing Kitchen Confession 3007. One of my family friends, a former professor of mine in undergrad, gave us these awesome La Crusette stoneware pieces for a shower gift, actually, even before our wedding. Because we don't cook much, these are ice cream cups that have basically the value of our cars. But they're really good for ice cream. So that was completely not the serious and meaningful blog I'd meant to do today. I was thinking I'd do the Dear Me, letters to my younger, more confused and dumber self, instead of showing you a 41-year-old man living in squalor. So, I hope you're all having a good day. I hope I remember to look at the camera eventually. Be good to each other. It's probably the most stolen line on YouTube, but that's all I got for you. Have a good day, everyone.